Across the world, powerful figures cling to the crumbling throne of deception. But the veil is thinning. The masses are waking up, no longer spellbound by illusion. It's a tug of war between control and consciousness. The old story is gaslighting its way towards extinction, and something radiant is rising to take its place. This Leo new moon invites us to lead from the heart, not from ego, but from authenticity, to express without domination, to feel without fear. The geometry is potent, the stakes are high. Let's explore what this moment is really asking of us. Today we dive into the deeper power of this new moon, not because of the moon itself, but because it's igniting a rare cosmic triangle with Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. All three outer planets have shifted signs recently, a generational reset like we've never lived through before. Pluto now breaks chains in Aquarius. Neptune dreams new myths in Aries. And Uranus electrifies Gemini's neural grid. Together they form the scaffolding of a radically new world, one infused with astonishing possibility. We are standing at the edge of a wave so powerful, the next 10 years could eclipse all of humanity's past progress, not just in tech, but in consciousness, in awakening, and who we dare to become. This Leo new moon activates all three. It stands opposite to Pluto in Aquarius, it's in a sextile to Uranus in Gemini, and it's in a beautiful trine to Neptune and Saturn in the sign of Aries. It's a cosmic ignition switch, jolting us with evolutionary voltage. But don't expect soft landings. A Pluto opposition always demands a descent, a dive into the shadow before we rise. This is a portal of regeneration, of identity alchemy. We can't move forward as we drag yesterday's mask behind us. It's time to shed. So I'll begin today with some collective level themes: power, transparency, and the battle between truth and illusion. And then we'll drop into the personal and how you, a sovereign soul, can work with these energies directly. How to rise from the ashes of performative ego and into a more authentic, creatively empowered state. Leo is the king of the beasts, and the archetype of the king pulses strongly through this lunation. At its highest, Leo is radiant, sovereign, a heart-centered leader. But when distorted, Leo energy becomes narcissism, obsessed with attention, addicted to control, and drunk on its own charisma. Charisma becomes a weapon and power becomes a mask. Leo new moon sits directly opposite Pluto in Aquarius, while Mercury approaches in retrograde motion. Together, they expose the darker underbelly of prestige, the shadow games of the elite. The secrets cling to the walls of old institutions. But the effort it takes to keep them hidden is starting to show. Even if the veil holds for now, the cracks are undeniable. With every passing day, the public grows less enchanted, and the kings of the world feel the sting. A ripple begins, one destined to break towards transparency. Pluto in Aquarius, opposing this Leo new moon, hits the pain body of the collective like a live wire. The ache of betrayal by those in power. This moment stirs a reckoning between those who dream of a more decentralized, humane future and those who only pretend to. 4 planets are in retrograde right now: Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Mercury. Retrogrades can feel like cosmic whiplash. Delays, reversals, miscommunication. But under the surface, something vital is taking shape. These reversals don't confuse the path, they reveal it. They initiate a different kind of perception, one rooted in inner knowing, not public consensus. And in the midst of this, trust has become a currency in collapse. Pluto in Aquarius is incinerating institutions built on pretense, and the smoke is getting hard to ignore. From government to media, the scaffolding of false authority is crumbling. And once trust breaks, there's no patching it with PR. Something deeper must emerge. That something is decentralized power, not just in leadership, but in systems that run on transparency. That's why crypto surges, not only on speculation, but a hunger for a code that doesn't lie. Real leadership no longer radiates from a stage. It rises from grassroots, from you, from us. This is the great redistribution of the crown. But the mind itself is under siege. With Uranus now in Gemini, the battle is not just political or spiritual. It's perceptual. AI-generated lies, algorithmic echo chambers, 1,000 false truths screaming at once. How do you know what's true anymore? This is the crisis. It's not meant to destroy us, but to awaken discernment. Uranus in Gemini cracks open the illusion and demands mental liberation. Meanwhile, Mars is in Virgo conjunct the south node of the moon. And this energy can be worked with consciously or weaponized. It highlights the shadow pitfall of hypercritical aggression. The mind becomes a scalpel, but it cuts everything in sight. And when amplified by Uranus and Gemini, that sharpness is amplified by algorithms and speed. Critique becomes reflex. Perception becomes a prison. Add Neptune conjunct Saturn in Aries, and we can get another layer of distortion. Fantasies congealed into identity, and delusions turned militant. The danger isn't just confusion, it's conviction rooted in illusion. And so we see it. Power resisting transparency. Secrets protected not for justice, but for the preservation of influence. A mounting cultural frustration, not just with what's hidden, but with the insult of pretending it isn't. But here's the paradox. You don't need to see the files to know what's in them, because evolutionary astrology is not about disclosure, it's about resonance. We already feel the truth vibrating under our skin. These are some of the primary challenges for the collective, but what's the medicine? At a soul level, humanity is being asked to remember the power of the heart. The Leo archetype isn't about validation, it's about vibration. When you live from the heart, your inner radiance becomes healing. Collective Leo consciousness is about lighting up truth, not with a sword, but with a sunbeam. The lies don't need to be attacked because they dissolve in the presence of warmth, clarity, and care. This is what makes Leo so powerful. Not its roar, but its radiance. And the more we live in that higher frequency, the harder it becomes to be deceived. This is how we reclaim the crown. Not by overthrowing the throne, but by realizing we were never its subjects to begin with. But astrology isn't just a lens on the world, it's a mirror for the soul. And this lunation isn't just reshaping society, it's reaching into you. The real revolution begins within. So let's explore how to work with these energies on a personal level, to evolve more consciously, and to align with the deeper intelligence behind these shifts. As always, what I'm about to share is a generalized interpretation. For a more exacting analysis of your own karmic shifts and personal growth, I highly recommend getting a personal reading. Now, let's drop into your heart and see what this new moon might be calling forth in you. To work directly with this Leo new moon is to practice vulnerability through self-expression, to roar like a lion, not in domination, but in radiant authenticity, to pour your love in the world by giving others a glimpse of your inner weather report. And when the audience responds with an applause, what they're really doing is sending that love right back to you. It becomes a feedback loop of connection and exchange of heart fire. And for a moment, you feel held again by the human family. But there's a challenge here. Pluto in Aquarius is opposed the Leo new moon, and it can dredge up pain of past betrayal, rejection, and abandonment. Moments when you did express yourself vulnerably, and the response wasn't kind. When the innocent heart gets trampled, it recedes into darkness. Pluto invites you to reconnect with that exiled part of yourself, the playful child who once created with pure joy and unself-conscious spontaneity, that part of you that misses the playground. This is the alchemy, to roar again, without the egoic expectation of a particular outcome, to express, not to impress, to stand in pure, unabashed selfhood, and unencumbered by how others might react. That's the real courage of Leo. Raw, authentic, unfiltered heart. And right now, Uranus in Gemini brings backup. Through the supportive sextile to the moon, it brings lightning to the mind. Uranus celebrates what makes you weird, and in Gemini, that weirdness shows up through your ideas, your voice, your message. This is about trusting your own innovative brilliance, even if at first it sounds a little crazy. Some won't get it, and that's fine. The ones who do might experience real perceptual shifts just being around your frequency, and that's a win. Now let's talk about Mars. Mars is in Virgo conjunct the south node of the moon, a placement that drags up the darker excesses of karmic habit energy. Dark Mars often shows up as fear. And Virgo, for all its brilliance, is a sign that's vulnerable to feelings of self-doubt and overanalysis. So fear consciousness is lurking in the wings, and fear is formidable. It can block the open-hearted transmission that's trying to come through you. But the advice here is simple. Feel the fear and roar anyway. As long as you can do it without expectation of outcome, you walk away braver, stronger, and more in alignment with the positive polarity of Mars. There's another Mars-Virgo trap, and that is hypercritical judgment. If you find yourself being overly harsh with others, pause, go into meditation, reflect, bring awareness to the behavior. This is where healing begins. In fact, the meditation I'm sharing at the end of this video is perfect for working with these energies. It's designed to help cultivate a mind and heart of spiritual impeccability. And don't forget, this critical blade can also be turned inward. Negative thoughts about personal inadequacy, perfectionism, shame spirals. That's Mars in Virgo turned violently on the self. But here's the remedy. The Virgo South Node is always opposed Pisces North Node, known as the mystic, the dreamer, the unconditional lover. It whispers, you don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to bleed for love. Transmute the criticism into compassion. Surrender the self-cutting mind to the heart that forgives everything. Finally, we have a gorgeous trine from the Leo new moon to Neptune and Saturn in Aries. There are many ways this could manifest, but in my experience, the most powerful way of working with this event is to dedicate yourself to what I call a spiritual warrior practice. This isn't about passive meditation. This is about dynamic, fiery, embodied discipline, something that stokes the chi, builds your energy field, and strengthens your will. Saturn invites total commitment, and Neptune opens the door to divine evolution. Together they say, give yourself fully to the path. If you can commit to a daily practice for just 1 hour a day, it can literally transform your life in a matter of months. And if you're not sure where to begin, I've linked a Qigong set below that I personally recommend. So here we are, standing at the threshold of something rare, a moment pulsing with both pressure and potential. The world is in transition, and with it comes intensity, instability, and yes, drama. Leo brings fire to the stage, and in moments like these, it's so easy to get swept away by the performance. But don't take the bait. Don't feed the drama elementals swirling through the collective. Instead, become the observer. Stay rooted in your center. Choose to raise your vibration so that when you roar, it is medicine, not noise. This Leo new moon is not just another lunar event. It's a sacred invitation to return to your heart, to speak with fire, and to live without apology. To choose courage over control, creation over perfection, expression over silence. And no matter how strange the world may seem, you always have a choice to show up, to stay open, to roar. These are the core evolutionary intentions, with the goal being to expand our consciousness. Now we'll move on to the guided meditation. Please use headphones for best results. Let's begin this meditation by simply focusing on the breath. The simplicity of the breath. And using the breath as an entry point into stillness. And you inhale deep into your belly and exhale from the belly first. Always the belly and then the lungs. Nice and slow breaths, whatever is comfortable for you. And try to match the rhythm of the in-breath exactly with the rhythm of the out-breath. The same length of time. It brings you right into the present moment. And now try to feel the beat of your heart, that beautiful pulse of life. And now try to coordinate the breath with the beat of the heart. So 4 beats of the heart per inhale and 4 beats of the heart per exhale, for example. And there's no need to pause between the in-breath and the out-breath. And now begin to visualize, along with the oxygen filling your lungs, a beautiful white color. And visualize that white color spreading out from your lungs throughout your entire body. And you inhale all the oxygen and the white vitality. And as you exhale, the air goes out, but the energy stays in. And you breathe in the white energy. And you breathe out all the worry and the stress and the fear. And you bring in peace and exhale stress. And now you're seeing your entire body glow in a vibrant white light. Now focus in the center of your stomach, behind the belly button, and see a blue sphere the size of a beach ball in and around your stomach. And make it a light blue, like a sky blue. And with each inhale, you see this light blue color grow brighter and brighter. And hold this visualization for a few more moments, and then I'll come back. And on the next inhale, move your concentration up into the center of your chest. Don't focus on the physical heart, but just the entire chest cavity. And visualize a very whitish pink color, a sphere the size of a beach ball, in and around your chest. And as you visualize this pink color, all your emotions relax as you cultivate more peace in your heart. And each inhale, the pink color grows brighter and brighter. And as the air goes out, the energy stays in. And maintain this visualization for a few more moments. On the next inhale, bring your concentration point up through your neck and into the center of your head. And visualize a yellowish color. Try imagining a whitish gold color, the size of a beach ball, in and around your head. And feel your thoughts and intentions relax. As you attune and strengthen this upper center. With each inhale, you see it grow brighter and brighter like a golden sun. And maintain this visualization for a few more moments. Now I want you to remember an event that happened very recently, either today or yesterday. And try to remember this event, especially if it had a little bit of charge to it, or it was a difficult situation. Remember this event from start to finish, with as much clarity as you can. And you want to relive this experience in your mind with full impunity and also leniency towards yourself and others. And remember the thoughts you were having. Remember the emotions you felt. Remember what you said and what they said. And remember what you did, what your actions were. You don't want to scold yourself or others, or praise yourself or others. Just objectively relive the situation. And the goal of this meditation is to take accountability for our part in it. And ask yourself the following questions. What did I think or feel that I should not have thought or felt? And what did I not think or feel that I should have thought or felt? What did I say that I should not have said? What did I not say that I should have said? What did I do that I should not have done? And what did I not do that I should have done? We simply want to study our activity as an impartial observer and simply work to correct our behavior, work to reprogram our consciousness from a place of accountability and responsibility for our own part. Now let the memory fade and spread your awareness throughout your entire body and feel your entire body. And see yourself glowing in that brilliant snow white color as a being of light. And as we end the meditation, see your light body grow in intensity with each breath.